Whoops.
There we go.
We're gonna need to talk about royalties, though, Roman.
Royalties.
I need $5 to go, at least to go in the podcast. On that.
What?
We need like $20.
That was a fast transition from
Or
Memphis.
Wait, how long does it even take to film one of those?
Like an hour and a half?
Okay,
Depends on what we're watching.
I have a deal.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome.
J.A. can either give us
Can I do the intro to another episode of Grappling with the Gilmans? I'm Josh.
I'm the WWE World Champion.
Okay, and go ahead, high school boy. Soon enough.
Don't give personal information.
No, I'm not getting personal.
You're weird.
You're not going to introduce yourself
I'm
this
gonna
week?
dox everybody here.
Wait, no introduction this week?
You would dox me? Buddy, I like to see you
All right,
try.
and we're back.
Yeah.
We're going past you. We are back. Don't cut yourself.
I already
in the
said
SCW
myself.
Employee Lounge to talk about the week in pro wrestling,
Aren't
and
I
there
so
was a
dripped-
lot of it.
Aren't I so dripped out?
And we watched it all.
Tiger.
Before we begin, of course, with us as always is John, who is not as bundled up this week. It's still a little chilly up here, but not
Roman's more
as
bundled
much.
up.
Yeah, Roman's actually more bundled up than John this week, but there's no space heater.
We'll see.
Before we begin, nice,
Sam!
nice,
Jesus
live on the air.
Christ.
You did live the tape on it.
Do
You
we
did this.
censor that?
I'm classy.
Can we censor it, please?
Other than that, do you have
Please
anything
censor
else
it.
you would like to bring
yes.
up before we
The
get
Jericho
into it?
cruise happened.
It did.
Enzo
We
Moore
got the
was there.
reuniting of Enzo and Big Cass.
Oh yeah, the world was waiting for that.
Elias is part of the righteous. now,
Yeah, apparently
Elias is all
Elias
elite.
is
soon
mixed up
enough.
with the righteous
Oh,
now.
which means that
Yeah,
he's
I don't know why.
he's gonna be all elite.
Wait, you have an announcement? Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
The Grappling with the Gilmans, a.k.a. us three, me, Dad, and Sam, will be attending AEW Dynasty.
Yeah, we have a big spring
Yeah.
planned.
Hell, yo.
To give you, all right, I'll give you everybody a quick preview of coming attractions. We have a big spring because we are going to have, we're going to be able to do live in-person accounts of both SmackDown at the Wells Fargo Center. Sam got tickets for his birthday. And, of course, we will be attending AEW Dynasty in April. So it's a big spring
Yeah,
for the
we're ready.
Gilmans.
And I
We're
swear to
very
God,
excited.
If I do not see AJ Bafumbo there, man,
That's
Bafumbo.
that's
I'm gonna start
yeah.
throwing my chairs in the ring. I'm gonna just pick up my chair and throw it in the ring.
They don't have folding chairs.
A la ECW?
Wait,
Wait, hold on, Robin. Are you playing Connections right now?
No, this is just the last thing that was open on my computer.
Okay,
all right.
sure.
Anything else? But meanwhile, speaking of the Jericho Cruise, I will say that, and we're going to talk about her more a little bit later. I saw a clip of Harley Cameron
Oh God. Hell
singing
no.
with Fozzy.
Oh yeah.
She and Jericho did a duet on "I Hate Myself for Loving You" by Joan Jett, which was actually pretty good. I mean, she can sing.
Chris Jericho's doing a horror movie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, well,
making
we
a
saw
wrestling-
commercials for
It
that
looks
on the show.
so
Dad,
bad.
no
It
offense,
does.
but you're
Wait, he was in a horror.
No, he's doing
he's
his
making
own.
a wrestling
Oh.
horror movie.
Oh, great.
Wait,
Maybe it'll go the way of Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, an all-time classic that
I don't
people
even
love.
know that one.
Oh, starring Roddy Piper. Who else is in it? Shane Douglas and
my
Greg
God.
the Hammer Valentine.
Oh my God!
Oh no, not Greg the Hammer Valentine. What's his face with the wood with the piece of 2x4?
Jim Duggan.
Jim
Yes,
Duggan.
Hacksaw.
I do not remember
Matt
that
Hardy
one.
was in it.
Oh
It's
my
very
God.
bad. It's very bad.
I don't remember
Oh,
this
hold
one.
on. But
We
to be
watched
fair,
it for Suplex and Chill once.
To be fair,
okay.
Dad.
On the Patreon.
To be honest, your taste in music isn't great. I mean, you love the thick of it 1950s version.
I'm amused.
I mean, no,
I'm amused
I've
by
seen
that.
you listen to it on your own.
Yeah,
your
because it's
father-
catchy.
I've
It's catchy.
seen you listen to it on your own.
All right. Anything else?
It's not supposed to be catchy. It's supposed to be
Horrible.
a terrible song.
Oh, it's a bad song, but it's still catchy. Those two things are not mutually exclusive.
KSI, it was a
Oh,
good
he
song.
made
Oh, don't
another
worry, we're-
he made another song, a latest song. It's actually pretty good.
KSI,
Yeah, he made an actually new song. It's actually pretty good.
is it good minus the beat, the rhythm, the
No, it's,
lyrics,
no, but
the
thick of it
actual
would be
the music
good.
video,
No, thick of it would be good with a different beat
the
and artist and rhythm
Right.
and the delivery.
and lyrics.
Yeah. So if you changed everything,
Then it would be pretty
it would
good.
be, yeah.
You
And
know?
maybe it was like Kendrick
really-
Lamar instead of KSI.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe it would be good.
Also, he's gonna be performing at the halftime show.
He is.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's a
probably gonna
big.
say the
I
N-word.
believe.
Okay, so what?
No.
No, he's gonna. I guarantee you, he's gonna perform not like us.
Right.
Yeah, of course, probably.
Yeah,
I would
because-
think, although
Yeah, 'cause
although
you watch TV,
I think
there's
they're
so
gonna
many
have to
swear
change
words in
those
that
words
song.
around.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to change the words around. I'm not gonna repeat.
No,
Say it.
there's
Say
no
it.
need.
Yeah,
But
come
you're
on,
gonna.
Roman,
he's-
say it.
They're gonna.
Say it.
They're
Come on.
no. They're gonna have to change some words around for sure.
I think they're just
But
gonna
I
let
don't
it
know
go,
how he
you know,
goes
it's a
out there at
Super Bowl.
halftime. At which point, hopefully, we're winning comfortably.
We're not.
And
mean,
does that song without being significant? Those
say-
lyrics being significantly changed.
It's like
I say we just injure
F-
Patrick
F the
Mahomes.
Cox.
It's not that hard.
Can't
Go
say
for the
that.
legs. Take his helmet off and tackle him.
like that
concussion.
like the Juzo fella,
We
Uzo
need-
fella,
we-
for the Commanders.
oh,
Who
we're back
tried
to him.
give
Oh, you want somebody? Oh, you figured like somebody just takes the 15-yard penalty and like tries to like hit him with a flying clothesline or a spear?
yes.
Yeah, our goal
You know,
is
I've
to injure
heard-
him.
I have heard worse ideas. All right.
Just injure him. Tear his hamstring.
Anything else
break his
before we get
fingers.
into it? Because I think
Let's
I'm
get
gonna,
into it, fellas.
I'm gonna say. All right. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna start with with AEW.
Oh yes.
Oh, damn.
You know, guys, this is episode number 40 of our show.
That's not
Um,
right. Right?
And I think
No,
I'm
wait,
gonna.
This is episode 40?
It is.
Oh Jesus.
And I
Wait,
think
so
I'm
old.
I'm about to
Wait.
say something.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm
It
sorry,
is
Max, go ahead.
4 episodes,
Wait.
4 music, 10 weeks, February.
You're calculating something in your head.
So, in March would be our 50th episode.
Probably, but keep in mind, there's not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think the big thing in March is it's going to be the 1-year anniversary.
Also, not to mention that I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
yay.
I'm not
And-
gonna be here.
And don't forget that your brother, we're going to be on hiatus, but we'll get to that in March.
Wait,
now,
why would be in hiatus?
well,
Because
your
I'm
brother's
not
going
gonna
on his
be
Oh,
adventure.
yeah, and it's my birthday.
Your
I'm
brother's
going
going
to
on his
Costa Rica
adventure.
for
My
2
birthday.
weeks.
We're going to get to that in March.
Well, with the 25th is my birthday.
Now-
We're not going to be here for a week.
I
What?
believe I'm about to do something that we have not done in 40 episodes of this show. Because I think for the first time, I have nothing positive to say
Oh, damn.
about an episode of AEW Dynamite.
Honestly, I agree. It's kind of mid.
This show was not good.
I loved it.
It was almost as if the shows were reversed, and on Wednesday night there was an episode of Collision,
Which one's the puppet?
and we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and a bad one at that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, let me go to my notes. Okay, here
It
we
was
go.
Great.
So first off, none of the wrestling was particularly good. I mean, none of it was terrible, but it was just there, which makes some of these booking decisions
questionable.
even more glaringly bad. Let's start with this. In the course of a 2-hour television show, you had not 1, not 2, but 3 post-match heel beatdowns in one show. You had the opener, I believe, was Will Ospreay against Brian Cage.
Correct.
Ospreay, of course, beats Cage. In comes the Don Callis family. There's beatdown number 1. Then you had Claudio against Jeff Jarrett. Death Riders interfere. I don't know why he should have taken that to beat Jeff Jarrett, but it did. Claudio beats Jarrett. After the match, out comes Sam's hero, clobbers Jeff in the head with his diamond ring. There's beatdown number 2. Then, later in the show,
I love this.
you had Switchblade Jay White beat Wheeler Yuta. After the match, guess what, everybody? Here come the Death Riders. Beatdown number 3.
Yeah, it's kind of getting
Like,
boring.
come on.
Oh, wait. I was going to say about
Yeah.
the dog
Oh, yeah.
house
Go
family.
ahead. Go ahead.
So remember last week? Was it last week? Did we have a show last week?
Yeah.
Okay, last week, I think it was last week at least, I said that I think we're going to get a new member of the Dog House family.
Yes.
This
Next week on
this week.
tomorrow on Dynamite, we're getting Will Ospreay against a member of the Dog
Yes,
House
an
family.
unnamed member
And
of the
what I
Dog
think
House
is going to
family.
happen is I think like a random ass guy is going to show up, maybe like Ricochet or someone.
Well, no, it's not going to be Ricochet because he's wrestling Swerve tomorrow night.
A random ass guy's going to show up, and he's going to say, "Hey, he's not part of the Don Cal family." And he's going to say, "Not yet, he isn't." Crap
All right,
like
so your Booker M this week. The first thing is it's going to be a surprise addition to the Don Callis family.
Because he said,
My prediction
tomorrow
is going to be a woman.
against Will Ospreay.
Against Will Ospreay?
If anyone in that company was going to fight a woman, it's Juice Robinson or Switchblade Jay White. Edge. Or Edge.
Well, no, wasn't it Dax with the violence against women this week? Although that really wasn't.
Oh, sorry, Zach.
Yeah,
Dax
we're gonna
started
get that.
One of those three would be the ones to fight a woman, not Will Ospreay.
So that was a
I don't know what
problem.
his personal is.
Then on top of that,
he's a British dude. Oh, God.
Look at these matches they put out there. You have Ricochet against A.R. Fox, who I read has not won a single match on AEW television.
Like Harley Cameron.
Yeah, is that
So
better than Harley
nobody
Cameron?
cared.
And she's getting TNT
And
title shots.
then, as I talked about
TBS,
last week,
TBS.
but I didn't realize they were going to main event the show with Mercedes against Yuka Sakazaki.
What was the title match?
That's
I
insane.
mean,
And
what?
no one freaking
Did they-
cares.
Yeah, this was a bad show.
That's what I'm saying. WWE is better.
And again, when you're going to give me an action-packed show with really good wrestling, things can be overlooked. That was not the case this week. I mean, this was at best it was a throwaway.
Listen, Dad.
But yeah,
this is why WWE is better. In every single way.
no, I mean again,
'Cause
this,
Every single way.
This is why.
How was the 10th time
their
Owens
show-
8 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10, they everything has a purpose. 8
Yeah,
times out of
again.
10. But with this,
yeah,
nothing served a purpose here.
yeah, this was a bad show. I mean,
I know,
I
it's
think
not just
now again,
this.
I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt in that, like I just said, this week on Dynamite, it's a much better lineup. We're going to get Swerve against Ricochet, which should be outstanding.
This is why I
And
prayed
then
that
I
MJF would go to
believe
WWE.
in-
Sam, how
and
about
I
the
believe
10th
next
time
week-
Owens
I believe
Cody
next
and,
week we're going to
I mean,
get
Owens and,
Australia,
wasn't
and you know that's going to
How
be.
about
a
the
good-
10th
Actually happened.
How about for the 10th
But-
time Owens and Sami Zayn are going to wrestle?
This was
The 10th time.
this was
They're
not
not
good.
doing that.
Yeah, they are.
However, then we go to Collision.
No, I'm not talking.
I'm sorry, son. Go ahead.
I was praying, keeping up with this Jeff Jarrett MJF feud. I was praying that MJF would go to WWE for exactly this. He's in a feud with a old guy. I'm not even going to call him a legend because let's be honest here. Double J
No,
Jeff Jarrett
I'm not gonna argue
is
with
not
you.
a legend.
I'm not
He
gonna
was
argue that.
And most of his world championships were because of a company that he owned.
Well,
So
sort
and
of.
you
Some-
have this
some of
young
the time.
talent who's probably in his prime right now.
He's like 30.
in ass age.
No, the prime
And
is
he's-
25 to 20.
He's wrestling this guy. When he would go to he's a young star that they would probably Paulie would do better with
Well,
than what
Pete
Tony
Ridley's
Khan's
not
did.
leaving.
And
No,
also, what
no.
the hell's with Hangman trying to find Swerve?
No, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know what that was
Sam.
about. Oh, we did also apparently that Christopher Daniels promo.
It
where he
was
talked-
real.
Was apparent. That was a shoot apparently. So I guess his wrestling career is
retired,
over.
baby.
Yay!
Although he did apparently wrestle one last match on the cruise as Curry Man.
Curry Man.
He's hot. He's spicy. He tastes great. Curry Man.
Hell no.
Was it also
No, wait, Sam.
Macho
I got something to say. I got something to say. In the WWE roster with everyone basically in a big feud
not
or
really everybody.
involved in some sort. Name one person that's not involved in a bigger storyline.
R-Truth.
Okay, so you want MJF to go to WWE and wrestle another old guy who's
No,
not
I'm
even a
listening to
legend.
the guy. Braun Breaker's not in a big feud right now.
Well, I think he's about to be.
He's
now.
about to, but not
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, but
He's
if
about
he
to,
left,
high show speed.
Look,
Wait,
this is.
no, I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'm sorry.
On a roster with people like Braun Breaker, people like John Cena, people like Roman Reigns, MJF is gonna be a jabroni there. Because he's
No.
a newer person, and a lot of WWE people may not know who he
Look,
is.
This
He
guy
would
signed
be a
Penta, and
jobber.
Penta was
He's not
last
going,
Rumble.
guys. He's not going there.
I would
And if
believe
he
not
did go
right
there,
now.
he would be used as a mid carder.
No,
he
he
would
would
not
not.
be a main eventer.
I-
He would be the next white Akira Tozawa.
No,
Now,
that's
I
a
think you're
way,
pushing
way,
it.
way, way. No,
I think you're pushing
no.
it a little bit.
No,
He would
I will
be.
agree. Wait, I want to agree with you about one. Like the I don't know what the. I mean, it seems like the Jarrett feud is
perfect
just
for him.
something to put him on television. I assume they're going to wrestle in Australia or at Revolution.
This is what
He'll beat Jarrett, and that'll be the end of
Duh,
that.
we've
And
been
he'll
to a-
move on to something else.
I have a lot of 8 times out of 10. A WWE show is going to be better than an AEW
I completely
show.
disagree. No. The
What is
strength,
it?
the strength of what AEW does is that the wrestling is consistently excellent. This week it was not. And when it's not, the booking issues, and there are booking issues, become really glaring.
And it's the
but this
storylines that
this was a this was
the
a total
storylines.
throwaway show. It was not good. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt because, again, tomorrow night we're going to get Swerve against Ricochet.
Wait,
you
hold
know
on.
that's going to be good.
Hold up, I got something to say.
And then next week I believe is Australia, and
Wait,
you
so
know that
Sam-
show's going to be really
Okay,
good.
so let's say, Sam, would you rather watch a show with the worst storylines and the best wrestling, or the best storylines and the worst wrestling?
best storylines and the worst
No,
wrestling.
No, I would way
Because-
rather
wait,
watch the
wait.
best.
If what wrestling is basically a men's soap opera.
Sort of.
If you
Kind
want to
of,
see
yeah.
like pure combat, go to USC. Cause like you can't
But
like
maybe that's not someone's cup of tea.
if you
Maybe-
don't have these like
maybe
good if you don't have like good characters, who are people gonna cheer for? Jey Uso
yeah, you
is a great
Dean Mania is
decision
going
of
to
this because you have this
Dean
guy
Mania.
who, let's be honest, as a tag team, his character was
Well,
okay.
he was a
He
complete
was a
tag team
complete
wrestler.
tag team
Right.
wrestler. Now he's probably one of the most over things in professional wrestling right now
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
because of the
Yeah.
character. His wrestling skills
Right.
are subpar, I would say.
Whoa,
the end,
whoa.
I'm gonna-
whoa.
He's not an MJF or a Okada in the ring, but he makes up for that in the overness that he has of being like this character that people love.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is the same. John
Really?
Cody Rhodes, don't
Come
give me that.
on.
Don't give
People
me
like
that
Cody.
absolute
Do you
jobber.
think? Wait, how is Cody's ring skills?
He's
0 out of 10.
Cody Rhodes is a
0 out of 10.
is a
Yeah, you take a-
is an
he
adequate
broke
to
the
good
scale.
pro wrestler.
That's what I would say about
Is he
Jey.
Kenny or Okada or
Hell
Ospreay?
nah.
That's not what I said.
Hell no, he's not.
Ospreay's on the lower list. He's like a script.
You're on the lower list.
Script!
Buddy, you're on the lower
Fuck,
list.
WWE.
Lower
And
list.
Or
look,
Reggie,
I don't want
Reggie.
to look. Wait, I don't want to get into a whole
Reggie.
AEW versus WWE debate.
You're
WWE's
literally
better.
the
All I'm saying is
normal.
this show was not good. However, Collision I actually thought was an
Also,
improvement.
Sam,
I
you're
don't
the
even
white.
go to bit about the treatment
Sam.
of,
Now,
women's, of those
but
women. of the
Collision-
women's- I
wait,
Sam,
I don't
you're
want to
the
go
white
into
version
the.
of Kira Tozawa. What are you talking about?
I don't want to go into the treatment of
Yeah,
even the
what's
women's
up,
division.
huh?
like,
Let's talk about that women's AEW's women's division.
Okay, that needs some work.
What about it?
That needs some work.
How they're using them.
How
What was
about
your
A-
main event?
How about WWE putting as little
Wait,
work,
wait,
as
what-
little
what are you
time as they
talking about?
can to give to the tag team division?
Like
Huh?
the usage
Huh?
of certain divisions, like women's division, like the usage of that in AEW versus WWE.
I think
Man,
that,
in WWE, no one even cares about tag teams. They practically
don't-
don't even know what that is.
DIY.
you don't have
okay,
Motor
listen.
City.
Okay, wait.
The
First
tag
of
team
all,
division is in
Let me-
shambles.
speak
It's
one
in
at a time over
shambles.
here.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's start this. I'm going to talk about the women's division for WWE. Your main event for this AEW Dynamite was Yuka Sakazaki versus
Right.
Mercedes Moné.
right, but in a week and a half, maybe the biggest match on the show in Australia is going to be Tony against Mariah May.
That's like the one good storyline they're having right now.
Okay,
Or, wait, there's two storylines that's going on right now in WWE with their women's division. Tony Storm against Mariah
right.
and Harley Cameron
Against the world.
against Mercedes Moné. Those are
Right.
two storylines.
Mercedes
There's
Moné doesn't
so
even
much better
feud.
stuff happening with storylines in WWE and like the usage of that.
Right.
Cause you like this Chelsea Green, Piper Niven.
Chelsea.
Well, they
You have
all,
like
look, They have a
You
deep.
have Io and Liv.
Well, they have.
You're not talking to
They
the
have a-
microphone, Sam.
I am.
Look, they have a little bit of a deeper roster of women to choose from, but you can't tell me that there aren't female stars treated as stars
Well,
on,
where's
on
Britt
that
Baker
AEW
been?
show.
That's the real question.
Well,
She's
we've
taking
asked
a-
that
what's it
question
called?
before. We don't
Dad,
have an answer.
What's it called when someone takes like a break from the work?
She's like on a sabbatical.
Yeah, that.
no,
well,
but
I
she's
was-
not on
yeah,
a
that-
sabbatical. They're just not using her
Right, we
now.
don't know. Again, we talked about this too.
Thunder Rosa, former time women's
Maybe
world
it's a
champion.
similar Becky
Right.
Lynch
She is.
scenario.
It was in a few with Deonna Purrazzo and Harley Cameron. Those were her two most recent feuds.
Right.
Deonna Pur- Deonna Purrazzo.
You have plenty of you have female stars on that show that are treated like stars.
I could name.
Oh, hold up. I got
Three.
something to say.
Mercedes,
stars.
Mariah May, Storm, Willow, Chris.
I would view those two as like upper to middle. They're not the
Yeah.
top, biggest of big stars.
Wait,
They
hold
have
on.
three big stars
I have
three
a
big
point
stars
to
in the
make
women's.
proving Sam's point.
that is being used right now.
Right, but still, you
I
can't.
could name like you have in WWE. You have Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley.
Right, they have a
Io
deeper
Sky.
women's roster. Can
Yeah.
we move on?
Yes.
Wait,
they
I
have
got
a
something to
deeper
say.
women's
I
roster.
It's
got
just
one
better.
more thing to say about the
Simply.
women's roster.
Go ahead.
Thunder Rosa.
What about her?
What story? What feuds are she in? What titles?
We
what
had
titles does
we
she
had
have?
like a 2-month long feud with Deanna with the jabroni Deonna Purrazzo.
Right
Where
now the-
right now her whole thing is being Italian.
Right
she
now-
she went from being a world champion and having to relinquish the title to being a jabroni.
Right. Well, right
No
now
one
the
cares.
focus is you have two women's titles. I presume they're both going to be defended in Australia, and one of them is a huge match. All right,
The other
let's
one
move
is,
on to Collision because there was that also got off to a rough start because you had the Learning Tree actually was specifically Jericho and Brian Keith against the
Oh
Outrunners.
no.
You beat the
No.
Outrunners.
No.
Sorry.
I
Go
got something
ahead.
to say about this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They beat the Outrunners.
They did.
I just want to sit with that real quick. These
There was outside interference,
a
though.
50-some-year-old Chris Jericho and who else was it?
It was him and Brian Keith.
And the jabroni Brian Keith, who I can't even tell you what he was doing before this, beat one of the most popular tag teams in AEW.
Yeah,
One
no.
of the most popular people in AEW.
Yeah. Now, there was outside interference from Big Bill, but yeah, they beat the Outrunners again.
Still.
And then, guess what happened?
Another action match.
Another
No,
after the match beat down.
No, I gotta take my chain off for this.
Yeah.
serious.
But, oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
I gotta
Go
get
ahead.
serious for a second.
Yeah, cut your promo because things are
No,
about to take a more
no.
positive turn.
This was an outrage right here. How is it not the World Tag Team Champions? I will be damned if they are not facing whatever their name is.
The Hurt Syndicate.
The Hurt Syndicate for the titles at Revolution or Dynasty. I will
Well,
be
it's
damned.
not going to be a revolution.
Could be a Dynasty.
Maybe a dynasty. But no,
No, Truth Ragnum needs to win the what's it called?
you want them to win a casino gauntlet
No,
to get it.
the Revolution ladder match, and you will cash in at a match with the Hurt Syndicate
Oh,
with Turbo
one of them
Floyd.
is going to win the ladder match as a single wrestler.
Yes.
And oh, that's an interesting idea, Booker M.
I think it's gonna be
That-
a great
I don't know that
idea.
we've ever seen that before.
No, but the finisher, the Total Recall, is a two-person move.
Well,
I know, but they would just push. They would do some shenanigans. You know, they would just two people would be climbing the ladder, and he would hide under the ring, and he would come out, push the ladder over.
now,
you know.
here's the good news. After this turned into a decent show. Finally, something positive to talk about.
I mean,
You had a good Adam Copeland promo. Challenging
No, no.
Moxley for the
It's
title
cold.
Revolution.
Well, it made him feel old.
Cope.
That match looks like it's
I didn't
going to
like that
happen.
promo. It made him feel old.
Harley Cameron, what a match! She beat Ty Valkyrie.
We were talking about-
Plus,
But it still
plus
wasn't on Dynamite.
we found out that in addition to singing and playing her guitar, she is also a ventriloquist. Because she did a segment with Renee outside Mercedes' locker room where she had a Mercedes Monet puppet and she did the whole routine with her talking to the puppet. And then Mercedes came up and said, again, no title shot. So
But you
clearly
know
that
what?
match is going to happen
The
in
woman
Australia. How
still
they get
hasn't-
there, I don't know. But You know, again, I am finding Harley Cameron to be entertaining.
But you know what? Harley Cameron is still not won a match on Dynamite.
No,
He was
but
on
she did win on
Collision.
Collision. So that is a positive. You had, and this was amusing in a different way, the first installment of the Max Caster Best Wrestler Alive Open Challenge.
Oh.
He came out to new music. He did not rap, but he had his Louis Vuitton bag
And his trademark.
and his trademark certificate. Made the open challenge. This was a mistake. Out came the return of Roosh, who proceeds to beat the absolute crap out of him. So Max Caster is the Geek of the Week.
Wait, didn't Roosh get what's his name? The Beast Mortis.
Yeah, this was
For the
after a
Furcast
Beast
and
Mortos squash
Oblate,
match.
You know whatever it's
No,
called.
Andrew Listico.
So Andrew Listico. So I
let's
guess
talk about that other promo.
LFI is back.
Let's talk about that promo. Let's talk about that video package I saw because I did not like that.
From who?
Also, Bandito came back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Bandito came out to help out the Outrunners as the
God
learning
knows
as the
why.
learning tree was beating them down. Bandito came out,
Oh.
made the save, and apparently did not get injured.
Was
So
this
that's
the
a
week or
positive.
last week that where the guns came their return?
That's
Yeah,
a
the guns
positive.
were- the
What
guns-
video package?
Wait,
guns.
are we talking about with the guns? Was that last week or this
That
week?
was this week.
There was a video package for the return of the guns this week.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm talking about that thing with hologram because I had some problems.
Oh yeah. What the hell? He got superpowers now.
He does
I
not
mean,
have
Does he have
superpower.
superpowers?
He does
Would
not.
he get struck by lightning? I mean.
No, because
His
like
superpower is Lucha.
no, but he had like this thingy around his
He had,
arm.
like, a
that was the one time I
glowing-ass
seen
ball.
CGI.
The things that are
in pro
important to these
wrestling.
children
No,
sometimes.
see the video.
They add in
That's
an
the one-
effect in a hologram promo, and this is like a
like
thing.
around the arm. Does he has? Do you want me to believe?
This is like when you
Nobody
complained
wants you
about.
to think that he actually has superpowers.
This is like when you complained that AEW didn't have
This was
microphones
yeah,
that
like
come down
the
on
things
a
that
string.
this kid finds me. The next thing is going to be the microphone dropping from the ceiling.
We already
We already talked about that. No, the next thing is gonna be
Again.
that there's not sponsors on the ring like
Right.
WWE. Prime is in the ring.
More positives.
You know that.
There was a good face-to-face between Swerve and Ricochet to
Trevor.
promote their match on Dynamite.
His name's
this week.
Trevor.
You had a good triple threat match for the TNT title between Garcia, Kyle O'Reilly, and Lee Moriarty. That was a perfectly good wrestling match. And in my favorite match of the week, you had the Mid-South Brawl between FTR and Moxley and Wheeler Yuta.
That was pretty good.
This was great. You had it was wild. Moxley ended up getting dropped into thumbtacks. At one point, I don't know that I've ever seen this. Moxley took a pair of pliers
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
stuck them up Dax Harwood's nose
baby.
and proceeded to
amazing.
attempt to tear his nose off.
It was amazing.
He
that
gonna
was
look
something.
Like, he gonna look like Voldemort.
Later in the match, of course, Marita gets involved. She
yes.
jumps on Dax's back, puts on the sleeper. There's a table set up in the corner. Dax ends up falling backwards into the table, puts Marita through it. So of course,
And you say this is not like GCW.
so of course, then the
not.
Death Riders get involved. Copeland and Switchblade end up coming out to fight them off. In the end, they stuff pile drive Wheeler through a table outside the ring. They get the win. The Bayfaces stand tall. They were actually about to concerto Moxley until they pulled him to safety. This was a win. This was my
Wait,
favorite match
you
of the
want to
week.
explain to me?
So Collision was vastly
you want
better.
to explain to me how this
Then
is not like
Dynamite.
GCW? We have women going through tables. Women going taking the Blade Runner.
She jumped on his back. He fell down, and she went through a table.
No, but he ran backwards then fell.
Look, this is
Juice Robinson tried to
Clearly,
push Mother
it-
Wade
look.
into a table.
clearly in their world. If Marina is going to continue to get involved and attempt to beat up men, some stuff's gonna happen. So Collision, I liked. So I
Okay.
think this.
Time
I think
for
this
the
last. I hope. I think this bad episode of Dynamite was hopefully just it was just a throwaway show, because I have higher hopes for this week with Swerve versus Ricochet, and then next week is Australia.
Time for the Royal
Anything
Rumble.
else to say about AEW this week?
Royal
No.
Rumble.
Okay. I don't have any notes for this. I'm gonna put this down.
Let's talk
We also watched the Royal Rumble.
Can I start?
All 4.5 hours
Can
of
I
it.
start?
But can I talk about the
Wait, no.
social media behind it first? How they had two of the biggest streamers of the live there.
Yeah.
They had
we have
iShow
to-
Speed, who was streaming, and he interviewed so many wrestlers
Yeah.
Yeah.
during the stream. He had John Cena, Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Miz, New Day, Naomi, Bianca,
Logan Paul.
This is me not caring.
Charlize.
Although
Charlize
the other
Flair.
one, the other
Kai
one was
Cenat.
responsible for my favorite
No,
moment on the whole show.
Kai Cenat was at ringside streaming.
Yeah.
Speed was
Okay.
the one interviewing people.
Can I start?
all
Can I
right.
start?
Yeah.
Go ahead. It was only a 4-match show, so
I'll start.
you want to go in order?
Yeah.
4 matches in 4.5 hours.
But
This
I'll
was
give-
a long show.
I'll give them WWE credit. Never at any point I felt like, man, like, at any point I ever felt like, man, this is boring. You know, because like when did you feel like this was boring?
That women's match dragged.
That's fair. Yeah.
The men's one dragged in the middle.
No, it
well,
didn't.
it's because
Yeah,
of
it
30
One was
people.
good. Yeah, there's 30 people in
Right.
the
let's
ring.
calm
yeah,
down
It dragged.
here.
you
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
right.
come
Well,
on.
look, let's why don't we do it in order?
Okay, I'll start.
We started with the women's Royal Rumble.
Okay, the women's was, I mean, we got to see Nikki Bella and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah,
And
Charlotte
Alexa Bliss.
And,
Alexa,
and,
yeah.
at least if your thing is, and I feel like it is actually for this for Royal Rumbles anymore, surprises and returns. The women's match at least gave you some because you got, like you said, we all knew Charlotte was going to be in it, but you got Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella,
Alexa Bliss.
and and Alexa Bliss,
Also, all the NXT call-ups.
and all these NXT women.
Also,
Lash Legend looks extremely strong.
Raquel Rodriguez is now the longest, like the person that's been in a women's Royal Rumble the longest time for an hour and 6 minutes.
Wait,
Rodriguez.
no.
Whatever
Roxanne
her name was.
Perez.
It was
Roxanne-
Roxanne.
Yeah,
I
her.
do want to acknowledge
Whatever her name was.
I do. Yeah, that's a good point. I do want to acknowledge Roxanne Perez, Io, and
Liv.
Morgan were out there for a really, really long time. I mean, that
They were.
I want to give them their respect because like that's a long time to be out there doing a wrestling match. So that was impressive. You know, again, it's just it wasn't. I'm sorry, Sam. You want to go next?
Yes. I was shocked we didn't see Becky as number 30.
Were you really?
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep expecting it, and then at some point you're gonna feel
Or like AJ
you're gonna
Lee or
be right.
somebody. Not Nikki Bella.
I got news for
who
you. AJ Lee is
tweeted-
not coming back to wrestling.
Who tweeted
If
like
she
70
was, it
times,
would've happened
I want to
already.
be in the Rumble. I want to be in the Rumble. Everybody knew Nikki was going to be in the Rumble if you read her tweets.
Again, when she says publicly
I miss being
Why
that
Nikki
she
Bella.
misses being
Nikki
Nikki
Bella's
Bella,
tweets?
that's a pretty clear indication
Sam,
she's
why
going to
are you
be in the
reading
Royal
Nikki Bella's
Rumble.
tweets?
That's what he told me. So if anybody's looking at Nikki Bella's
She said
tweets,
it in
it's
an
him or
interview.
it's either Dad or Roman.
She said it
Yeah,
in.
you read Nikki Bella's tweets?
No, I read this in. She
You
said
can
it
slide
in
to
an
her
interview.
DMs?
But the match. I
Man.
mean,
I like
Oh,
that
if
Charlotte
Shaylee
won.
went-
oh, we forgot Jordan Grace. We forgot the debut of Jordan
Oh,
Grace.
She looks strong.
Yeah, she is. I mean, that was one of the highlights of the match when she picked up what's her name, Piper, and gave her the Death Valley
Candace
Driver.
Okay.
That
Candace
is
in that
impressive.
was
She is
the,
she is strong.
Candace,
Candace in the match was the ultimate opportunist. Because, well, 3 people were dealing with other people, she pushed them out.
Oh wait, let me say something else positive about it.
About,
Even though I will,
Oh,
it's
no,
it's
okay,
so
not
strange.
Candace,
The
Chelsea.
dynamic of this
Chelsea
is
was the ultimate
yes,
opportunist.
it's so interesting to me that even though she is clearly a heel, the people seem to really like Chelsea Green.
Yeah, because she's great.
There was that one moment that was so ridiculous you had to laugh, where there was some sort of alliance that seemed to be being formed with Bianca, Naomi,
Lash Legend.
B-Fab, and Lash Legend.
No, it
And-
was the other NXT lady.
And then here comes Chelsea Green to try and get in on this. And guess what? It didn't go well for Chelsea.
next match.
That made me laugh.
It wasn't B-Fab, it was that other NXT call-up. What's her face? The one who said the N-word on live television?
Oh. Friend of the show, Jada Parker.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jada Parker.
Oh
Yeah.
God, her.
She-
oh hell no.
So, but the
I
match,
didn't
you
say
know,
anything.
Charlotte won. I feel like that was sort of
Charlize.
what was expected.
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume it's going to be her and
It
Rhea at
was
WrestleMania.
Extremely mid.
I guess that's a big match.
It was
you
good.
know,
Wait,
but
no.
it was.
I guess I'm gonna say about this next match.
Well, wait.
Is it going to be her and Rhea or her and Tiffany?
I think it's going to be her.
Rhea.
and
Rhea.
That's a
Liv's,
big. That's a big
Liv's
match.
winning, and that's gonna be Liv. The elimination. It's gonna be Liv versus Tiffany.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know who
but
that
here's
leaves.
the thing. I have a problem.
It's Tiffany time.
Okay, in the Royal Rumble, you were promised a main event spot at WrestleMania.
Correct.
Yes.
Let's
Oh
if
God, he's awake.
he's awake. If Cena wins
Garage
if Cena
keep
wins the
on
chamber, how's that gonna work? That means you got 3 main events for 2 nights.
No, it's gonna
they
be-
can call anything they want.
3
the
main
event.
events. What's 3 main events?
Jey Uso and Gunther, because that's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
clearly that's happening.
That's happening.
That's gonna happen.
The women's thing, because that's promised a main
They'll
event.
call it a double main
Yeah,
event.
but they're
I mean,
not gonna-
They can call it
Yeah,
whatever
sure.
they
They're not
want.
going to book it with the women's match as the main event on night 1. They never
Night
do
2
that.
is gonna be.
Or
Cena
night 1
and-
or night 2. It'll be the first match on the
Jesus
card like
Christ.
last year
Wait,
when
wait.
the first match
Okay.
of night 1 was
Can everybody hear this man cracking his fingers?
No.
It's
Wait,
they're so
Now, finish your
brittle.
thought.
the first match of the card for night 1 last year was Rhea and Becky. They'll probably do the same
Yeah,
thing.
they'll open the
Okay.
show with one and close the show with the other.
Next match.
Also,
This
they
is-
announced where the Royal Rumble's gonna be next year.
We
Where?
already knew that. They already announced Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
baby.
And I already said what I need to
I
say
want
about
it to be
that.
like the greatest Royal Rumble.
Wait, no, I got something
That
to
was
say about this
amazing.
next
Wait,
match.
everybody
yeah,
loved
because
that
I do
one.
too.
I loved it.
But Tommaso Ciampa looked old as hell, man.
You know,
The gray beard, he looked old as hell. Johnny Gargano does not fit being a heel at all. Ciampa does. Johnny doesn't.
Johnny was quite good at being.
I
a heel.
had,
I don't like him as a heel. I like Ciampa as a heel. Gargano, no.
I thought those two teams, both of which are really good. I thought they were going to go out and steal the show,
Yeah.
and that did not happen.
No, match was
I mean, it was fine,
too
but
quick.
it was not anything special.
No.
The crowd didn't seem to care much. I mean, it was, I don't know whether it was just
Well, yeah, 'cause
place,
that-
Yeah.
placement
Sorry.
on the card, but like those two teams are both really good.
yeah.
And I know they can do better than that, but it never reached the next. It never really got going. So that was a little bit of a disappointment for me. Sam,
Yeah.
thoughts about the tag
And
match?
I did like that spot where like he didn't actually tag in.
Oh yeah, that
Johnny.
was clever. The finish of the first fall,
Yes.
the non-tag. But again, I really thought this like, oh yeah, this is going to be great, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. I think also that was like the bathroom match.
Yeah, well,
Because-
That's why
because-
You're not going to leave
I'm
during
not
the
going to
men's,
complain.
you're
You
not
know,
gonna
I
leave
know that
during
I frequently complain about like the long breaks, but I'm not going to do that this time because at least after a match as long as a Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
if you want to give people a chance to go to the concession stands and use the bathroom, I got
And
no
go to the
problem with
WWE
that.
Right.
shop.
So fine.
No, the best
What are you
time.
shilling for WWE now?
Yeah,
No,
I
the
am.
best,
break.
the best time to go to the.
Paulie got
No, no,
lots
no,
of
no,
money.
no, no. The
He has
best
that
time to
Saudi
go-
money, and I need
The
some
best
right
time to
myself.
go to the bathrooms is
WWE shop.
during the matches because
you're
so let's say
definitely-
like during the boringest match, because if you go after match like in the breaks, there's
Right,
gonna
it'll
be a
get crowded.
line outside of the bathroom and there's gonna be no food. So that's why you get the food before you sit down and you go to the bathrooms during
Well,
the match.
we're gonna have
This is good. I
this
like
is valuable advice, and we're gonna have a chance to put
Max
this
is
into
life
practice.
lessons.
Yeah.
Life
Right.
lessons with Max.
Right. So
Starring
we'll have the
Max
time
Gilman.
during Dynasty when to go get the Dippin' Dots, and
We'll
hopefully it
have
won't be
Patreon
that same
too.
girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Max
get the
is
moving in slow motion to get you the Dippin' Dots.
The Dippin' Dots at the end. We get crab fries.
Oh right, we all yeah.
Then the Dippin'
Right, of
Dots
course.
come later.
Of course.
Yeah, the Dippin'
Match
Dots.
number 3 of this 4-match card that lasted 4.5 hours.
Oh, Cody Rhodes got injured. Ha ha,
The
Cody.
ladder match.
It's not actually injured.
The
Yeah,
ladder
he's
match.
injured.
Who's going first?
Also, did you notice this?
Sam.
Because during like that pre-thing, the AEW World Title was shown.
When?
What the-
During like the thing with Bubba Ray.
On the pre-show?
Yeah, Bubba Ray.
What, by someone in the crowd?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they can't
show
not-
that.
What are they
What's-
going to do? Confiscate
Blur
it?
it. Blur it.
Why do we care?
It's
They can't
live.
blur
They're
live.
not going
It's
to.
literally
Oh my!
live.
all right.
There's a
Jesus
7
Christ.
second delay.
You
It's
want to
not
talk
a
about
30
the ladder
second
match?
Yeah. It was nasty.
Yeah, they took some nasty bumps.
There were a few good
surprised nobody
spots,
got
but it
injured.
was eh.
Also, I'm just preparing for this next match because I have some.
Yeah, I
I
got
mean-
some few things to say too.
This is an example, and here's some praise. Here's some praise now. This is an example of how the fact that
This on?
knowing who's going, having a strong suspicion, if not outright knowing, who's going to win a wrestling match does not mean it won't be entertaining. Because we all knew Cody was not losing to Owens, but this was good. I mean,
Quite
like
good.
Owens
Yeah.
took that one like a power bomb on the side of the ladder. Oh God!
And then the one that really finished him.
The
like,
Alabama Slam.
that was
oh,
Yeah, that was nasty.
oh yeah, that was
That was
nasty.
nasty.
That
That
was
was-
that was
Yeah.
nasty.
I just did not love. I thought the finish was like kind of weird.
Yeah, but they just held him down.
Yeah, like
know?
Sami Zayn comes out and like just does nothing, kind
Yeah,
of.
he
Yeah.
just stood there. He was like,
Who's
he
that?
paid over
Right.
one.
Can
It was
I
kinda
wait a
weird.
minute?
And then the other, then back to the one. It was just
Since you brought up, can I digress for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, apparently.
You talk about all these wonderful storytellers they have.
Yeah, those
They're
writers.
they're gonna do those two feuding again. Are they really
Are
gonna
they?
do that again?
Yeah, after Zayn.
I mean, how? What are they gonna do next? Put Cena and Orton in there together? Like, come on!
We don't know.
Didn't they? Roman, help
No,
me.
because
Did they not do a match on a pay-per-view years ago? And they told everybody, this is it. They're never going to wrestle each other again. This is the end of their feud. Well, guess what, everybody? Their stipulations mean nothing.
it's because of the
Because
in the,
clearly, after Raw
wait,
last
I wanna
night,
say-
they're going to wrestle again.
It's because after they've started what's it called they've started the qualifiers for the Elimination Chamber, which is practically just everyone that was in the Royal Rumble and
Right,
didn't
everybody,
win.
yeah.
And it
I have
was,
an idea for a
was
triple
like-
threat
it was what?
for WrestleMania.
Well, wait, don't you want to talk about the Rumble first?
No, after this is during the Rumble. That I think there's gonna be a triple threat match between Seth, Roman, and CM Punk. And a
Well,
triple
it
threat
certainly
match.
looked that way.
It looked like it.
So I just looked it up,
Okay.
and the first article is 4 reasons we do not want to see Sammy versus KO at WrestleMania 41. The first reason is
Yeah.
fans have seen it too many times.
Thank
What's the rest?
you.
What's the rest?
Thank you very much.
No,
But
I
the
would
la-
give
I
the
mean,
other
getting
three.
back, the ladder match. They worked really hard. The match was good.
It was good.
I got no complaints about this. I mean, like,
give it a here.
yeah, definite thumbs up for that. Now, I know you both got plenty to say about
I
this.
got something to say.
Men's Royal Rumble. Maxie, go.
Akira Tozawa. What a performance, man. What a performance.
Well-
got injured, got beat up walking down the ring.
He did.
And
He
then-
did.
He served a
What
better
performance.
purpose.
He served a better. I'd rather him getting beaten up because we got to see ISO speed
That
almost eliminate Chad Gable and eliminate Otis. Then get absolutely
Steiner eliminated Otis.
he eliminate Otis, and then he got smeared my.
That did lead to my favorite moment of the show. Can we talk about that real fast? The showing it even I saw other views of this that were taken from further away.
I showed it to you.
Seeing this on the live broadcast of the did not even do this justice.
No, he cooked them.
Steiner, if you didn't see this, with a worked up a head of steam and proceeded to give Speed this goof speed, maybe the greatest spear in the history of pro wrestling.
No, but I'll give it
It
to
was
you.
like he got run over by a truck.
No, but
Oh my God,
no,
this.
No. Name one 20-some-year-old content creator that could take bumps like that.
You know what? I'm going to give the
in
kid
a
credit.
ring.
He did take that bump.
He could take bumps.
But
and
my
no,
God.
He also did the backflip.
He did a backflip in front of millions.
Yeah, he's
thousands of
athletic.
people. No,
He's a goof, and I can't
got-
stand him, but he's
no,
athletic.
He got speared. He got put through. He almost got.
And then
he got-
Otis dropped him
and
sort of
he's-
onto a
he's
table
li-
sort
And
of.
now he's literally
But-
streaming right now.
But
He's
my
live
I
right
mean,
now.
my God, this was like getting. He just Steiner. This was unbelievable.
I have thought
Henry.
number
Okay,
two.
now
No,
we've
no,
got
no,
that.
no.
Yeah,
This is me. This is me.
Joe
Wait.
Hendry.
Real quick, did you guys realize what Braun Breaker's ring gear was?
What?
Yeah, what was with the numbers? I don't know.
It was Steiner math.
Oh,
No,
you did say
I
that.
said it was
Yeah,
Steiner math.
you did.
I
No,
called
Max,
it.
I forgot.
I
Max,
said
you
it
did
was
say
Steiner
that. You
math.
did. You did.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. No, look, I said it last week. Like, Steiner's got a lot going for him.
I said it was Steiner
A
math.
bad name, but he's got a lot going for him.
I
I have a
like
problem.
the
This,
Breaker.
oh my God, that spear.
Let's talk about the worst thing of this
Yeah,
whole
All right,
show.
go ahead. I know you got a lot to say
Second
about
round.
this.
No, that's me.
Fellows.
How could Paul Levesque F this up so badly?
Whoa.
Everybody had signs. Everybody. There were signs.
Oh my God.
Joe Hendry. We believe. And guess how long he lasted? Can you bring this up for me? Because I can show you. Everybody's clapping and being happy. But
Right.
then Paulie
What?
had to effing ruin it.
What did you think?
He would last longer than...
He does not work there. They brought him in. Everybody got to sing and clap. What do you think? That he was going to start eliminating their stars?
No,
Yeah.
I have
That
an
is
idea.
not how the business works.
No, I have an
But if
I
this
have
is
a
like an
million
equal
dollar
He
title.
got his moment. Just look at this positively. Just think about this. Because you've seen these videos, and I'm going to praise Hendry. Here's a guy. He came up, paid his dues, worked small-time UK indies, okay, and managed to get himself over to the point where not only is he the TNA champion, for whatever that's worth, but he walked out and the people knew who he was and popped for him.
No,
That guy
I got something
deserves
to say.
credit.
At the biggest Royal Rumble. of
That
all
guy
time.
deserves credit.
Yeah.
He
No.
paid his dues.
That's the
and
greatest
he got
Royal
himself over, and I really respect that. So he got that had to be by miles and miles the biggest moment of that guy's career
I have
to
a great
walk
idea.
out in front of that huge crowd and people react to him like that.
Yeah.
Look at the positives.
What did
I
you think he was going to
What
do?
did
win?
you think he was going to
No.
eliminate Roman Reigns?
Do you think he was going to win and
Come
then
on,
main event
Sam.
WrestleMania?
You
No.
don't know how this works.
No, but if
Wait.
it's like a partnership, at least goddamn give him laster longer than look up how long he lasted. Because it's not
He
that
got to clothesline some people. He got to turn around and give the look into the camera
It's like
that he
WWE
does.
This was like the opposite of the women's
I
match.
cannot believe that you were not happy with this. I just can't believe it.
It's not the problem that he wasn't in it.
No, I
It's
got
the problem
something to say.
how long did he last? Because if you look at it, it was like a minute, maybe two. His entrance, because that long ass ramp
It was a very
was
long walk to the ring.
longer than his time. in
And
that
also,
Rumble.
by the way, not to change topics,
Speed at least got an elimination.
aren't you burying the lead? You don't want to talk about that you were right? And look how the match started.
And I was goddamn right for the first
That was
part.
the-
I told you that it was going to be Rey Mysterio and
You
Penta.
did.
He was in there for 3 minutes and 57
Fine.
seconds.
God damn it.
That was the best 4 minutes of his career.
I have
But
something
yeah,
to
you were
say.
right. You were totally right. Numbers 1 and 2 were Ray and Pentagon,
That was awesome.
and that was
And
great.
there were no
The
NXT
beginning
call-ups.
like
No
the
Trick, no Oba, not
Right.
even Tony D'Angelo. I would
The be-
like to see Tony
Wait,
D'Angelo in the Royal
I have a
Rumble.
great idea for faction.
Okay, go ahead,
No,
Booker M.
no. But the biggest surprise, and the two of the three surprises, they didn't even last under 5 minutes.
I have a great idea
And
for
the third one
faction.
was goddamn AJ Styles.
I have
Go
a
ahead,
good idea
Booker
for
M.
faction. So this is a lot of ifs. So I think Joe Hendry is gonna. I need Joe Hendry to go to WWE.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, he was working
Maybe
at the
someday.
Performance
And
Center.
I need Drew McIntyre to go back to being babyface. And
Okay.
leave the babyface team of Joe Hendry, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, and it's gonna be called Is. It's gonna be called the Is. No, it's
Okay.
gonna be called the Is Connection,
Okay.
the Irish-Scottish connection.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, you could. Yeah, well,
The Is Connection.
if Hendry continues on his trajectory, he might be there someday.
No,
That's
don't
what
you
I-
need somebody else? Like, it should be
Wait.
4.
No,
Sam,
it's
you
three.
did-
It's gonna be a trio.
Sam, you did raise a good point.
Jey Uso.
If you were looking for
Also,
surprises,
very happy that Jey Uso won.
if you were looking for,
I was shocked that he won.
other than Hendry, and I don't even know how
No,
big of a surprise
no,
that
no.
was.
I said it from the beginning. That Jey Uso, besides Goldberg, is gonna win.
That's true. Other than Goldberg, you did, and Vince.
I
you
said
did
he
say-
was gonna win.
You did
I
say
said,
Jey
I
Uso.
talked about Steiner
You
math.
did say Jey Uso.
I knew everything.
Well, now you both had your moments this week.
I was like one of the writers that wrote the script.
You both had your moments this week. Here's the thing. The beginning of the match was really good. You had Pentagon, Ray, Gable. The end of the match, once you had all the stars out there, and it was like, all right, it's going to be one of these people.
Cap.
Then it got good. Other than whatever, I'm sure
why was Drew angry? That's the real question.
Well, other than whatever. Well, here's what I think. If you didn't see this, apparently it was a story that Drew McIntyre was very upset about something that went on at the end of the match to the point where he stormed out of the building.
Yelling about.
If you look at it, I went back and watched that again. It looked to me, it got wonky. The elimination with him and Priest, it got wonky. It looked like that perhaps LA Knight and Logan Paul were in a place where they should not have been, and they got in the way, and it did not come across as they had intended it to. And look, when you're a huge star, which McIntyre is, and you want things, and it's a huge match, one of their biggest of the year, and you want things to go as they're supposed to go, and they don't, I can understand why he was upset. Now, whether that was Priest or LA Knight or Logan Paul, if you go back and watch again, something was definitely awkward.
It's got to be Logan
about
Paul.
Because
Logan Paul, listen, he is not a wrestler. He's pretending to be a wrestler, sure.
Wow,
but he's
that's
not
like
a
something I
wrestler.
would say.
Wow.
Man, that's a shot.
I think
where
he
was
has
he trained?
talent. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, he's
Where was he
athletic.
trained?
I can't stand the
besides
guy,
that
but he,
one
he
crappy U.S. title run that Vince thought was a good idea.
He had a great match.
Because, he got the social media, man.
He had a really
he
good
sells Prime to 12, 14-year-old girls.
I think you're confusing your Vince impression with your Hulk Hogan.
I want to get Logan Paul as our U.S. title, and I want him to kill Rey Mysterio.
No, Sam, this is why they had Logan Paul winning the U.S. title was only good for the company. It was amazing for the company. He's going to be bringing it. It's going to be on his YouTube channel. It's going to be on his Facebook, his Instagram. It's going to be on everything.
How good was that run? Tell me how good.
He had a great match with Roman Reigns.
Was
he did.
that when he didn't have the U.S. title?
He had a really good match with Roman Reigns.
Roman carried him that whole damn time.
Okay.
Look,
sure.
So the beginning of the match was good. But other than Hendry coming out of 15,
and AJ.
that middle, it went
and speed,
on
and
on and on without anything terribly interesting. That match went 80 minutes.
Damn. I'm surprised he even stayed up for that long.
Oh my God!
But I like to see Joe Hendry.
The men's Royal Rumble was too long.
You like Joe Hendry?
The show overall was. I mean, the show overall was too long, but that men's Royal Rumble, that middle, really dragged because nothing interesting happened.
True.
The only interesting thing throughout the middle of that match was Hendry coming out. You had no surprises other than Hendry. And again, I don't know how much of a surprise that was because clearly we were not the only ones who thought he might be there because they were signed. Oh, wait. There was one other thing I want to say about the show that I thought was good. I really liked the graphic at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, Sam.
With the elimination.
With the times.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it made it feel like sports.
I liked it.
Yeah,
that was really, really good. And I also particularly enjoyed, if you notice, when Hendry came out on the scroll on the graphic, it said, "Say his name," and he appears. So that was clever. So yeah, that was really good. That was one really good thing.
See?
But that show was long.
I liked it.
And that men's Royal Rumble was really long.
I thought it was
And
good.
if you were looking for surprises, You didn't
That
really
started
get it.
fair.
But it got good again at the end when all the stars were out there, and it's like, all right, one of these people, and you knew, like, all right, this is really it. One of these people is winning.
No, but it was Jey Uso, main event Jey
And,
Uso.
you know,
Mania's going
the
to Las
people-
Vegas.
It should have been Cena.
Huh?
You think?
No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Here's the thing. Because I predicted, basically, almost exactly what was going to happen. Because Cena is obviously old.
He is.
And he can't work like he used to.
He cannot.
So the only way he's going to be able to get a title match is through a match where he doesn't have to work that hard.
A multi-person match where he can come in at the end.
Right, exactly. Which is why he will win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to win
I said.
the
He's
Rumble.
winning the
It's
Elimination
going to be
Chamber.
the elimination.
I thought he was going
chamber.
to win the Rumble. It's just going to be the Elimination Chamber instead because they're doing the Shawn Michaels Undertaker gimmick.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing.
He is. But here's the problem, though, Roman, and we can talk about this, I guess, as it gets closer. He's going to have to work a WrestleMania main event.
Well, and that's the
And
thing.
I don't know that Cody Rhodes is good enough to carry him to a great match.
I think and I was talking to someone about this the other day.
You talk to people?
A lot of people.
God damn.
I think it's going to be he's going to win the Elimination Chamber. He's going to go to Mania, and they're just going to be like, "Yo, this is it, basically.
Yeah.
This could be the last match you ever
I
have."
mean, no one really
Right.
cares at this point. You know?
Well, it's going to be very all emotional, and because it's like probably two of the greatest baby faces the WWE has ever had in their
God, no.
history, and
Well, Cena certainly is.
so yeah, Cena more than Cody,
Yeah.
but Cody's up there. I mean, the last couple of
yeah,
years.
no,
Cody's up
he's
there.
yeah. I don't want to trash the guy.
So-
he's got himself over.
So they're gonna have like a really emotional match, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, Cena, you gotta just like leave it all out there," and he's gonna have one more banger of a match, and then he's gonna ride off into the sunset with the belt. He'll win the belt, and he'll ride off.
He's going to
It's
beat Cody
interesting,
Rhodes.
Yeah,
It's
of
interesting.
course he's gonna
in
beat
that,
Cody Rhodes.
He's gonna have to defend it.
Cena.
Wait, then
He'll relinquish
what-
it.
no, no,
He'll
no.
do what Daniel Bryan did.
I guess, the emotion. Look, the crowd. I guess the emotion of it and the crowd will probably be split. All right, one last thing. It's sort of like a mini version of the prediction show. But while we're on this topic, I have one last question, and we'll come back to this in January of 26, and hopefully if we haven't been canceled. Joe Hendry gave an interview. I believe it was with Ariel Helwani.
Yes.
And he talked about how one of his goals
Oh, yeah, Survivor Series.
is that he wants a match sometime this year before Cena retires with John Cena.
Survivor Series.
So here's the question. Let's go on record. Does your secondary hero, Joe Hendry, get a singles match with John Cena before he retires?
I believe, man. I believe.
You believe?
He can do it.
All right.
Wait, when is he retiring officially? Though?
I thought it was at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Mania. He was done.
Yeah,
No, I
thought
think
it
he's
was
gonna.
Mania.
I think it's like him and Tanahashi. This is the farewell tour for 2025.
Oh.
See, that sucks. See, that messes up my whole storyline.
Yeah,
Because
I don't think WrestleMania is his last match.
Can fight.
I believe
John
Well, then I
because
don't
Henry
see-
said he
No, he
wants.
said his last match was going to be at WrestleMania.
No, that's his last. This is going to be his last WrestleMania.
see that changes
He's
everything.
going to wrestle.
because-
He's going to work more for the rest of the year.
No. No,
interesting.
no. How do you give Cena the title without
No, Cena's not winning the
no,
title.
Yeah, no.
What?
How
He's
do you-
totally
He's
winning
in.
the title.
He's
the
going to
17th
beat Cody Rhodes.
1,000%.
How
For the
do you make
17th
John
time world
Cena
champion.
He has to.
How
Really?
do you make Cody Rhodes lose
All right.
the title?
Well, we can talk about this in
now he
April.
looks
He's gonna
like
win
a jabroni,
17-time world
and
champion.
how do you
right
give
there.
him
Yeah,
back
they
the-
have to cement him as the greatest of all time.
No.
Otherwise
Wow.
they wouldn't have done this.
How else are
Otherwise
you beating
they
Cody?
Wow.
How else are you making it so Cody doesn't look like an absolute jobber?
Yeah, you're gonna
Because
have
he's
Cody,
wrestling one of the
you're gonna
greatest
have-
wrestlers
you're gonna
of
have
all
Cody
time.
losing
Yes.
this old man with a bald spot.
So what? That doesn't
Well,
matter.
you have a bald spot too, Dad.
I'm not a
50
pro wrestler.
50
So does
Summers-
Roman.
I'm not
No,
a pro
I don't.
wrestler,
The
brother, and I'm
Undertaker-
54 years old.
The Undertaker had the belt when he was like 50.
Take off the hat. Let's see what you're hiding here,
And how
Roman.
are you giving the
You're gonna
title back
give
to
Bald.
Cody?
Wait.
Bald.
You're going to
And
put
how are
your
you giving
world
the title
title
back
on
to
a
Cody?
semi-retired John Cena.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's gonna
And then
win
how
it.
do you get the title back
He's
to
gonna
Cody?
win it, and he's gonna cement himself as the greatest of all time. And then he's gonna either lose it or relinquish it. And then he's gonna ride off into the sunset,
So
knowing
he's-
that he
No,
was the greatest.
I mean,
Wait,
look, they
so
can do
Roman,
whatever they want, but I have to be honest.
No.
It never occurred to me that he was going to beat
No.
Cody Rhodes.
Wait, so you
Roman,
guys think
what
that
you're
they
saying-
did all
I
this?
believe in you.
They,
all the
believe in
work
your
that
country.
they've done into Cody Rhodes, and he's going to
Yeah, but
lose to
think
John
about-
Cena,
but-
who's retiring?
but think about how they have done this, John Cena. John Cena could have just been like, "Yeah, I'm going to retire." They want to drag this out. They've got
They
so
wanna
much
milk it.
merch, so much. They're going to milk
him
so
and his
much
merch.
merchandise out
Oh
of
Those
this.
my
tiny
God.
little towels.
And once
You know,
he gets,
yeah.
and
Oh,
then when he
him
gets
and
the
his
belt,
merch.
and then when he wins the belt, and all the signature series belts are gonna make, they have to do it. They wouldn't have set it up this way with this year-long. Oh, my final tour, the
Stu's gonna
final
go to
time
war.
is now.
I mean,
think
look,
about
they
how
can
many
do
of those
whatever they want.
towels.
I don't
Think
know.
about how many of those towels they sold
Oh,
the
the
other night.
stupid
No,
towels.
You know what I
Alright.
mean?
So
Let's
you're
go to
wait,
work.
so you're
Wait,
on
Roman,
right. So wait,
what
so
you're- wait,
so you're
I
on.
have one more thing to say, Roman. What you're saying is that they're gonna give Cody Rhodes, the man who
Their biggest
finished the
star.
3-year-long title
Yeah,
reign
yeah.
of Roman Reigns, is gonna lose the belt to Cody Rhodes. I mean,
John Cena.
is gonna lose the belt to John Cena, who's 50-some years old, and without making him look like a jobber.
I don't know that.
No, and
They're
then
not-
he's just gonna hand the title back. Oh yeah, I beat you. I'm retired now. Take the title back.
Yeah.
know.
Or
You're
maybe he's
gonna
not gonna.
beat him again?
Maybe
I
he's
mean,
not gonna
come
hand
on.
it back. Maybe he's gonna lose it or he's gonna relinquish it. But this is all a setup.
He's just gonna.
I
He's
mean-
gonna. Oh, so he's gonna relinquish it.
They
back
could-
John
to Cody
Cena-
Rhodes?
but
You don't
think
see
about
this
this.
as
I'm
the passing
retiring
of the
now.
torch
You
moment?
can have the title.
But
and who's he gonna lose the title
Think about
to?
this though. Think about this though. Is John
you're
Cena the
insane.
biggest star that WWE has ever had?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Who's bigger?
How about Austin and Dwayne?
Austin and Dwayne, fine, but
The
longevity.
company went public on the back of Steve Austin and Dwayne
Okay,
Johnson.
that's fair. That's fair. But as far as longevity goes, John
look,
Cena has
Cena-
wrestled in.
Oh, look. Cena's right under. I mean, to me, it's Austin and Dwayne. And then underneath
Cena.
that, you got Cena. And I guess you got to put Terry on the list.
What you
Funk?
gonna do, brother?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hell no.
No.
I'm
God
just
rest
saying.
his soul.
I'm just saying.
No, the
I
other
think
one has
that
problems.
they're
No.
setting this all up
You're insane.
for him to break the record
Okay, but then
and
what
then
if they
ride
do
off
after
into
that?
the sunset.
But
Why
what
would
if-
they do it? Doesn't make any
Yeah.
But
sense.
what would
Roman
they-
is right.
How does Cody get
I-
the title back after that? 'Cause
Maybe they're not
there's
going to
no
give
way-
it back to Cody. This is like a
Give it to-
year
You're
later.
saying, wait,
Yeah.
so you're saying
They
Cody?
already have said that
Wow.
they are not going to do these super long
I-
title
I
reigns
have-
anymore.
again,
Cody's going
I-
to lose the belt.
I know, but you're saying
Yeah,
he's
but-
gonna lose it after.
I don't.
To John
Honestly,
Cena?
Yeah.
it
I
never-
think in their eyes, the whole Roman Reigns thing, they literally talked about it. They said that
They at least
we
give
are
him
not
more than
going
a
to
year.
the
The man
WWE is
ended
not
a
going to run these
3-year-long reign.
long
come
3-year
on.
title reigns. It's
We don't-
boring.
We don't need a 3-year-long title reign, but at least make it more than one.
1 year? A year is so long. In the Attitude Era, people would lose it
That's
on a
true.
Monday
Well,
night
you're right
Raw.
about that.
And then a week later, they
You're
get
right.
it back.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm saying?
that was the other end of the extreme.
Yeah, but that's Monday
I mean,
Night Raw.
again,
It's
it
done-
never-
it's-
I
it's
never-
only
it-
in
But
WWE.
how do
It's
you
TKO.
want TV to be entertaining?
All right,
What,
wait,
give me the-
all right, wait. We
okay,
can
but
talk
no,
about this.
We can talk
Wait,
about
no,
this for
I-
hours.
I-
We can talk-
Max.
Who's
Does-
beating Cena? Who beat Cena for the title?
Anybody. It
Wait,
could be
wait,
anybody.
Let me,
Who?
let's
Give
wait.
me
Let's go.
some
Wait,
person.
We
let's
don't
get back
know
to my
yet.
question
Give me a name.
before we wrap it up. But let's-
Oh, wait, actually, I have one way this would work. He loses the title to Braun Breaker. That's the only way this would work.
That's.
That's
I
the
think we're
only way
pushing
this
Braun
works
Breaker
is-
a little hard, but you
If he
never know.
loses
could
the
do
title
that.
to Braun Breaker.
All right,
That's the only way it
Cena,
works.
before the retirement, does Hendry get a single match with Cena?
Yeah.
Yes, at Survivor.
All right, there's two. Yes, Roman.
It's gonna
Do we,
be at-
do we see Mr. Say his name as he appears getting his dream match with John Cena?
Yeah, I think if he keeps going after Mania, yes.
All right, I'm not so sure, but I gotta say, since look, it would be interesting, but I don't know that they're gonna. I mean, Henry doesn't work there, and John
Sure.
Cena's not appearing on the TNA show.
Well, don't you think though, like, he doesn't, but like he does.
Well, but he does.
At this point,
he doesn't.
at this point, TNA is like
It's
going
like-
under basically.
Well, that's
what,
true.
This is the writing on the
They're
wall.
asking
to me.
people
like-
to take pay
WWE's
cuts.
gonna
Yeah.
buy it.
Well,
100%.
all right.
yeah.
So we're
It's-
on record now. We're gonna do this in January.
If WWE does buy
I'm sensing we
TNA,
might have run a little bit long here with this John Cena Cody Rhodes debate.
A little.
Anything else before we wrap it up?
No.
No.
All right.
I want Chick-fil-A.
Yes, you gotta get this kid some chicken. Thank you, producer Roman. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next week. Hopefully, after a big celebration on Sunday night.
Yeah.
With another
Here we go.
episode of Grappling with the Gilmans. Go
Peace.
Birds, and
Go-
that's a wrap.
I was gonna say go Birds.